There you go. And we are live.
All right, guys. So starting out, real quick, I just wanted to let you know that I have been spending a while here updating the live training and town hall section. I've got almost every description uploaded into all of the videos. There's a few left that I need to do, but you can see here that I also changed the structure for the video layouts so that it's not as long of a huge page for everybody, and it's much easier for you guys to review and determine which video it is that you want to go back and watch. I feel that this is really important, and as I wrote here, take these strategies and build your marketing portfolio to be top notch. If you ever wanted the who, what, how, or why, read this description below and watch the video, right? So if you've been here with a lot of our live trainings, you've seen that we've had some really great live trainings in here. And so we've updated all of the YouTube video descriptions. So now I'm just going through and copying and pasting the descriptions to the correct videos in here. Okay, so if you ever are going through and let's say you're having an issue with FSBOs and you want to learn some FSBO strategies, just come through here. You know, if you don't know this trick, you can actually do Control F on your keyboard, and voila, you can type in the word FSBO, and that will show you all of the different things that have FSBO on them. So here's Kelly's FSBO backup option video that we did. Here's a video for the best ways to find FSBO listings and how to win them, right? So you can go through here, you can search all of these different, here's a video for converting FSBOs with an ISA with 14 years of experience, right? So this was when we did.
I wonder who that is.
A meeting with Colin.
Colin.
Yep, he's on here today with us. So definitely a great way to be able to structure this. And I hope that you guys like the new layout that I've created here. I'm trying to make things easier for you. And I'll have these descriptions done hopefully by the end of the day for you. Okay.
All right, you guys. I also wanted to, since Colin is on here now, he's also a little side note. He's got 15 years of experience at this point.
All right,
another 15. Year has passed. So we
I know you guys like to be accurate.
All that credit. Hey, Colin,
yes.
Do we have any updates? I know you have been working super hard with the ISAs, getting them dialed in, and you have taken their appointments through the roof. They're just booking appointment after appointment right now. What do you have any updates or anything that you'd like to share with the group from the perspective of our ISAs and our cold callers that are reaching out?
Yeah, one for expectation. There are generally 3 types of appointments that our appointment setters are going to make. One, of course, is the outright tour request. So they will gather the information for the properties. If it's more than 1 or 1, they'll have the addresses. They will also be checking at the bottom. You'll see something called BAR, no or yes. That means if they've signed with a broker, agent, or realtor. So they are asking that question. And they're also probing for lender if they started the lending process. And if you're with Premier Turbo, then they, of course, will refer to that. If not, they'll refer to your local lender. Now, those, as soon as the appointment's made, they will book it. And also before the end of the call, and now this is with all appointments, they will send a text to the lead with your full name and phone number so that they put that as a contact. So when you call back, they will know it's you. Second type of appointment is custom home search. This means we weren't able to gain a tour, but we were able to set a custom home search. They advise all the leads that their boss will be following up this afternoon. They don't provide an exact time, so they will place it at 5 o'clock or as close to it for that day. But that lead is now expecting a follow-up to make sure that the home search did arrive and that the results are correct, and also now gives you a gateway to have a conversation. Now, both of these appointments, even if that appointment is done and gone, we still follow up. So if a tour appointment is made and we make contact with them after, we will ask about the appointment, how it went. And of course, custom home searches, we follow up every 7 days to see if they need adjustments to the home search or if they found one they would like to go out and have a tour. The only miscellaneous one is if they have direct questions. They don't have a tour. They may have a home search or not, but they're not interested in one, but they do have questions directly for the realtor. So again, they will set an appointment with the questions laid out in detail. Those, of course, we will be following up, but they're just expecting a call back that afternoon. Now, regarding the leads, Brian can tell you more about this than I can, but leads that have more data points allow us to have more conversation. So ones with listing addresses, or ones where we're gathering the bed, bath, and price question, or anything that's also targeted. Like I know Brian has ones with either down payment assistance or student loan debt. The ISAs are trained to answer those questions and not wander into territories that they're not allowed to answer, which is anything that's on a contract for sale or lender form, but they can answer all the other general questions.
Awesome. Absolutely. And so on that note as well, you guys, the more data that we have when we're targeting and we're running ads for you, the better we're going to be, the better position we're going to be in, and the better quality contacts we're going to be able to get you. Now, with the way that we run things currently through listings to leads, you guys are getting a very good number of buyers as well as sellers that are coming in through those ads. And if anyone doesn't have ads that are currently running, please get with us so that we can make sure that you have leads that are coming into your account. We have systems that are automatically going to follow up for you via text, via email. You guys can go ahead and also add in voicemail drops or bomb videos to those follow-up campaigns if you choose to do so. And of course, we've also got a handful of campaigns with PDFs and things along those lines from all of the documentation that we have from listings to leads. So I want to actually jump into that really quick and show you guys listings to leads again, just so that you know where to go to grab that information so that you can utilize it in your follow-up campaigns. And then William's actually going to take off after I'm done with this, and he's got a little training that he wants to run you guys through and quite a few things that he wants to cover with you. He'll be brief though. So I'm actually going to go ahead and share my screen really fast. You guys, inside of listings to leads, one of the most important aspects or places for you guys to look if you're trying to find materials to come up with either videos that you want to market with, or if you're just trying to find materials to send out to help educate buyers or sellers, this PDF guide section is going to be your best friend. Now, the best thing about this PDF guide section is that these PDFs, when you download them, they are custom branded to you. So you can see it's got my name. We've got William's email address here. William signed up for the account initially, so that's why it has my name, his email address. It's just the way we signed up. And then our company, Be Known Advertising. So Leads to ROI is, of course, under the Be Known Advertising umbrella. And so you guys, when you log into your listings to leads, this is going to have your name, your email, your brokerage, and then it's also going to have a free home valuation right here for them to go ahead and click on. Right. So what we've instructed, and we've had quite a few agents jump in and do, is use anything from this PDF or any of these PDFs to your benefit. So you can either upload this into a follow-up campaign where you're sending them information regarding down payment assistance, or you can take a section of this and shoot a 2 to 3 minute video that you can send through BombBomb or Loom with our text messaging and Leads to ROI. And you could do a video about ready to own a home right here. Talk about the issues with monthly rent payments versus actually having a mortgage and building your own equity in your home. These PDFs can give you guys all sorts of different ideas for shooting videos and getting that information in front of your potential buyers and sellers. You guys, the more we educate those buyers and sellers, the more likely they're going to be to put the shield down and build trust with you so that you have an opportunity to have a conversation and convert that lead into either a signed listing agreement or a signed buyer's agreement so you can go and close more business. Now, I'm going to let William go ahead and take it away with what he's got to cover with you guys. He's going to be talking about some really awesome stuff. I will jump in here and there because I do have his outline for what he's going to be covering. But go ahead and take it away, Willie.
Yeah. Also, before I do jump into that, there was a minor update that's in the funnel section where you can also add in new folders. So if you want to organize your funnels and things like that, it's just something minor, but still something notable. So Kelly, I'm going to need your help with this one because this was mainly your idea of how you wanted to do this. But what do successful realtors do? Okay, can everybody in the chat just write down in the chat what you think that a successful realtor does on a day-to-day basis?
This is a be real moment. This isn't put something you think will get you brownie points or something. I mean, what do you guys really think a successful realtor does?
Consistent follow-up, networking.
Takes commission checks to the bank. Oh, what is takes commission checks to the bank?
For 500. Lead generation, call lead appointments, follow up. Okay, awesome. So we got a lot of great examples there. Stay in touch with your sphere. Yep, absolutely. So those are all great examples. So Kelly, do we want to list them all off or let's go one at a time here.
I think the first one is important, William. Go ahead and read it off and let's hone in on why that one's important.
So number one, becoming a marketing expert. Okay. Now I know that this is something that can be difficult for a lot of people because there are so many different things out there on the market for you guys to have to focus on. And it can also be difficult for you to find out what angle it is that you want to take, right? Like even with our courses, we have so many different things that we can offer to you guys for you to take in whatever direction is that you want, but it's what direction is best for you, right? So some people might not be great at pitching canceled or expired listings, but might be killer at calling FSBOs, or some people might be great at cold calling a lead that you just got from Facebook, where others can't do it at all. So there's a lot of different strategies and there's a lot of different things that you can take from that. So I think that's definitely important, becoming a marketing expert. Kelly?
So let me give you an example of why this one's, to me, the most important. A lot of agents get into the business and know crap. I'm just going to be real with you guys about marketing. They see other agents, maybe in their church. This agent's happy, their husband's happy, they dress nice, they got a great car, they just seem to be, and so they think, well, I guess I need to be a realtor because they're really doing well. And then they get into the game and they have no clue what to do. The average realtor lasts about 14 months, and even though they keep their license active, they kind of wither away and then go a different direction within a couple of years. And so I've come to the mindset that you have got to become a marketing expert. And I'm going to make this real simple, William. There's no one pill that says if you do this, you're going to rule the day. Everybody that follows me knows there are certain pillars in my business: direct mail, offers, working with the right clientele, not just everybody, targeting in on the specific, most predictive client you can find and then work that client, giving things of value as opposed to just wanting to go ahead and start working with somebody as a listing agent or a buyer. These are pivotal to my marketing legs in my business. But here's what I want you guys to hear me. You don't have to be a ninja. You don't have to be a Brian. You don't have to be a Krista Mayshore. You don't have to be a Haas Pratt. You need to be you. So what is it you like? And I'll give you one instance. I have a lot of agents that follow me and I preach and teach direct mail, right? I love it. It works, but it might not work for you because it might not be in your DNA. It just might be like, I don't like that. And I get that. And I agree to that. So you might see somebody on YouTube saying, hey, if you learn how to use YouTube, you don't need to worry about lead generation. Just build out your YouTube channel and you're going to have people calling you. And there are people that are successful with that. But the people that are successful with that, it's in their DNA. They love it, right? So while it works for them, and myself personally, I could do that successfully. It's not my 100% jam. So it wouldn't be how I could become an expert. So you have to find out, guys, you have to dig deep inside of you and find out what is it about real estate on the marketing side that you really, really love. I'll give you one more. I'm not a big open house person, but I know agents that go and sit at open houses for other agents or the builder, and they crush it. If you feel that that's inside of you, become an expert. Figure out how to be an expert at getting into the doors to do your open houses, and then don't vary. So I think what we need to do, guys, is we've got to focus in on becoming an expert, not only in real estate, but in that thing that clicks with our psyche, with our being. It's almost like a spiritual experience, right? Find out what that thing is, and then become an expert on that thing. And guys, if you become an expert in that thing that you love to do, and it's real estate related, you're going to dominate your market. Last thing on marketing expert. Here's how you fail. Try to do everything. Trust me, I've done it. I've failed miserably hundreds of times. Go out and just try to do everything. So this person says YouTube channel. This person says direct mail. This person says Zillow leads. This person says door houses. This person says cold call. This person says we need to work our sphere of influence at church or synagogue. This person says I need to go door knock. This person says I need to put magnetic signs on my. Y'all get me? Don't do all of that. Reflect what it is about you, and then figure out which of these niches inside of real estate really resonate with your spirit, and become an expert. Nothing else matters until you become an expert at that thing that pleases you inside of your real estate empire. All right, William, the next one's educate themselves on a local area. What does that mean to you?
And one of, sorry, I was just going to talk about 10,000 hours, right? There's that one rule that it takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to achieve mastery of a complex skill. Okay. So, my point is, the more and more that you do these things, and the more that you actually focus and stay to the grindstone, the better you will be, no matter what. It's just, I remember when I first started cold calling agents, when I started with Brian, it was hilarious. Okay. It was absolutely hilarious. I got like butterflies in my chest. I had no idea what to say half the time. 90% of the time people tell you to F yourself and hang up the phone on you, right? And so it's true. It's just one of those things that you have to put the work in. You have to really dedicate yourself and find your true craft, and then stick to that is what's important. Now, Kelly, okay, so what was the next one we had here?
Educate yourself.
I kind of want to jump in and say one more thing on the marketing. You know, you guys, as real estate agents, I mean, being a marketing expert is one of the most important aspects of our career. I mean, we have to look at it from the standpoint of every single one of our clients on the sell side is going to have a focus on how well we are going to be able to market their home and get it out there on the available marketplace. So whether you guys are doing a strategy that involves, say, social media, Google, direct mail, email lists, your sphere of influence, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, all of those kinds of things, you need to at least have a familiarity with it, so that when you are speaking to your potential listing clients to go and win that listing agreement, they know that you can at least communicate on that particular wavelength, and they can see that you are an expert in that particular field. And so marketing is so much more important than it is just to capture buyers and sellers from these different aspects, right? We have to be able to convey our marketing expertise to our potential clients that we are going to list their homes. So it's extremely important that you guys get your spiel down, your pitch down on how you're going to handle that, because that's going to help drastically when you're in a listing presentation to win additional clientele. But I'll let you guys go ahead and take it back and run with it.
You know, that's a great point. So educating yourselves on the local area. Kelly.
Ooh, this one's big.
Yep. Do you know your market? Do you know where you should be focusing? Do you know the neighborhoods that are the most important? Do you know where you should be sending your mailers if you decide to do a mailer campaign? What else, Kelly?
Bottom line, I'll give you a story. It just happened to me. The ninja fell into the newbie trap. I don't like to work with buyers. Can I just be real? I don't like to work. I'm not big into buyers anymore. I've done that, been there. I'd rather be listing. I've got multiple businesses inside my real estate empire, if you will. So I've kind of gotten myself to where I just want to deal with listings. Now, that's not arrogant. It's just 9 years of this. And the market being what it is. I mean, how many of you guys, and we've got how many on the call with us? 13. How many of you guys just can't wait to get a new buyer, right? So that you can go make multiple offers and get your butt kicked. It's a bloodbath. But you got to educate yourself on a local area. And here's why. I've got 2 buyers. Guys, I'm just going to admit it. I've had $1 million slip through my hands in 3 weeks. Why? Because I had a buyer that was looking for something specific and I couldn't get it done because I wasn't in the know about what was available in his particular thing that he was wanting. And we literally were this close to going to contract and I couldn't make it happen. And I wasn't able to come back and redirect him to something else, which now in hindsight, I found something else, but it's too late. It's because I did not have current data on the local area with regard to this thing. So for you guys, educate yourself on new construction. If you don't know 4 or 5 new construction neighborhoods and the builders, you're hurting yourself. Educate yourself on all new construction and what deals and what these guys are paying. If there is a builder, and now I'm going to talk like a business owner that's offering, like one of the builders here, $2,000 commission. While I don't really like to practice where I, tell my buyers, don't go buy a home in there, I'm certainly not going to suggest it, right? You got to know what's going on in the area. If your buyer's looking for foreclosure properties, do you know where to go to find that information other than the MLS? If you've got a buyer looking for something in a 55 plus neighborhood, can you know in your heart of hearts 3 or 4 55 plus neighborhoods? What about a buyer looking for multi-units? I know, Brian, we were talking the other day. He said, hey, Kelly, do you know of a quadplex available in your area? I'm thinking about buying. I was like, no, right? So you got to educate yourself in a local area. If the majority of your income right now is coming from listings and buyers, as you grow your real estate business, you're going to add other parts of your business, I hope. But if your life is dependent upon listings and buyers, you got to know the area. You got to, because if you don't, there's always a better agent around the corner and you're going to lose deals. So educating yourself on a local area doesn't mean, okay, I know where 5th and Jones Street is. No, it's educating yourself on everything that pertains to real estate sales with multiple niches in your area. So when a buyer calls you from your Google listing, you're on point and you're ready to go. So educate yourself on the local area is utmost importance.
And here you go. So areas of your market that you must know for buyers and sellers: neighborhoods, school districts, restaurants, entertainment areas, market health, local parks, gyms, and extracurricular activities, right? Those are all extremely important because people want to know that area that they're moving to, are they going to have those things near them like they used to? So there's a lot of different angles that you could take with that.
What if somebody says to you, and I'm talking to everybody here, what if somebody calls you not out of the blue, they call you because they got your name on Google, they looked at your reviews. Hey, Deborah, hey, Marlene, hey, Jim, hey, Angela, hey, Sarah Brew, hey, Steve, hey, Nadia, hey, Sue, hey, Colin. I'm looking for something that has a community swimming pool that's really nice, and I don't want to spend any more than $250 a month on HOA. And I'm also looking for something that allows for 4 dogs, right? I'm being facetious here, but are you ready? Like, are you up to the task to be able to say, oh, I've got the perfect area? Or are you going to say, hey, let me get your name, your phone number, your email, and let me get back to you? Right? If you said, not a problem, Kelly, there's actually 2 developments that I would love to take you into and show you that I think would fit your need, right? As opposed to me saying, you know what? Can I get back to you? So let me give you a ninja tip. If somebody calls you, it says, I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. You know what? I've got a couple things that, no, William, watch this. William, do me a favor. be that buyer that's calling me and going to ask me, hey, I'm looking for a couple things, right? Just be that buyer. And guys, understand, I have no clue what to tell him right now, but this is how you handle that. Go ahead, William.
Kelly, I'm actually looking for a house that's on the lake and is near a school district for my son. And I like the city life, so I kind of want to have different fun things to go do around the city also near me.
You know what, William? I absolutely love that. I love when I get to talk to families that know exactly what they want. And that sounds like you. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've got a couple things in mind. What I'd like to do, William, if you could give me a good phone number. I notice you're calling me on this number, and an email. And let's get back together later tonight. I've got a couple things in mind, but before I present them to you, I want to make sure they're still available. So let's just go through this list again. Right? So now I can go ahead and do, that's how you handle not really knowing what's going on in your local area. But if you handle it that way, then you can educate yourself. But guys, that's just a Band-Aid for the problem. And the problem is you don't know the local area. All right, create the schedule.
Hang on. So really fast before we move off of that, because what are some tools that you can use? Let's just say that someone reaches out to you and it's a market that you aren't familiar with. What are some tools that you guys can think of right off the top of your head that you can use to help yourself be familiar, a little bit more familiar with that market? And you guys go ahead and use the chat to throw that out there.
I was actually thinking I could show KV Core and the Save Search Alert options that you can add in there too for the EXP users.
Yeah.
If any of you guys haven't looked at the Save Search Alert options,
HomeSnap, Remind, Google, Realist, I love those. HomeSnap, Remind, great spots. That's going to give you a lot of market data and a lot of market information. One thing that I would like to show you guys as well, I'm going to share my screen really quick. So Zillow does offer, I know, boo sometimes to this, but the proof is in the pudding. The amount of data that is actually housed in this platform is absolutely insane. So one thing that you can always use to look up is you can actually search based off of location or based off of zip code. I actually just Googled Kennewick real estate market. And if you type in a neighborhood or a city in a real estate market, you're going to be able to get to this page on Zillow that's going to give you an average home value and things along those lines within that marketplace. But also, if you go and you start searching that marketplace for properties, you can see I'm looking at multifamily homes. But you're going to get a ton of additional information directly from Zillow right out of the gate on this, as far as where the home is at. They give you things like a walk score, all of that kind of stuff. So you guys can grab a ton of additional information from Zillow if you don't know the area very, very well. And this also breaks down things like schools, school districts, property zone, all that kind of stuff. So you can grab more information. Community neighborhood details. You can see some things about the subdivision that can help out as well. I actually do prefer HomeSnap over Zillow for that reason, though, because HomeSnap is going to give you a ton of different data points on each individual market that your buyers or sellers could be looking in. So be sure to go ahead and utilize as many of those resources as humanly possible when you're on the phone. Another big one is simply Google Maps. You guys, if you are on Google Maps and they have a particular property that they are looking at, you can quickly from Google Maps, you can quickly type in an address, and let's just throw one in. You can quickly type in an address, have that address pull up, and then you can take a look and see what's in the area. So we can see we've got a handful of parks. We've got an elementary school. We can go ahead and zoom out. We've got a middle school that's here. We've got, it looks like a local market. We've got a grocery outlet, auto parts, and we can get a little bit better gauge on how far away we are from any kind of a local amenity or anything along those lines, just like that. So Google Maps is a great resource for you guys as well.
I like what Jim said too, with the Chamber of Commerce site.
Absolutely. That can show a lot of local businesses in that area and who's also participating in the community, which can play a huge role on the growth and what's going to happen with that community in the future.
All right. So
Chamber of
Kelly,
Commerce site Chamber of Commerce site will also have any grants available in the area.
Yeah,
Very good.
point. Kelly,
Yes.
this is your meat and potatoes right here. Developing great offers.
Yes. Okay. This one actually is a hybrid of marketing, becoming a marketing expert. But I run into a lot of agents, and usually when these agents say, you know, I've been listening to you, Kelly, and I tried out that dadgum direct mail thing and the ads on, but I'm just not being successful. The first thing I do is I say, stop. Let's look at your offers. So I was speaking to somebody the other day, and they had, this was a gentleman actually, and on his card, he had a big, now this gentleman, and he's not on the call today, so I can say this, he was bald headed. I know I'm overweight, but you won't see a picture of me on the card. He was bald headed. He wasn't, Tom Cruise. So I was just brutal. I said, dude, here's part of your problem. Nobody knows you, your picture, your face. So your card's going out, and the first thing they're seeing is this picture of you, right? And secondly, you're putting on the front of the card your name in big letters and your phone number. I said, where's your offer? So when I flipped the card around, it was basically call me to find out how much your home is worth in today's market. Now, not against that type of thing, but I'm against that as your message to market if you expect to get better results. You see, if everybody else is doing that, and you guys that have been with me know, if all the agents over here saying this, come over here and do this. And so I had to help him make some course corrections because he didn't have any offers. So you've got to develop great offers. And my offer in Lake County, Florida, which puts me in a 450,000 people population county. I'm right next to Orlando and Disney, but I'm in a rural community. My offers are different than the guy in California where their average sales price is $1.7 million, right? He doesn't have zero down offers. He doesn't have USDA offers. They might not even have closing cost assistance. I've got people up in New York that can't cold call people, or there's things they can't do that I can do. So find out what offers work in your geographical region and then hone those in. And the last thing I'm going to say about developing great offers, here's how you develop a great offer. You come up and you write down a list of your offers. Boom. This is what I did, guys. I wrote a list and I went into my dadgum bathroom and I read those freaking offers. And I got this from Greg Luther, believe it or not. He was a coach of mine years ago. And he said, until you can rattle off your offers like they're part of your DNA, you're going to suck as a real estate agent because everybody's going to know you're just lip syncing, right? How many of you have talked to people before and you felt like they were just reading a company punch letter? He said, so go into a bathroom, read your offers until you can say it like this, right? And when your offer comes out of your mouth like natural speech, not but it's actually a part of you. When you believe it, when it comes out that way, it translates. And guys, that's where you start to see appointments and you start to get some listings, you get buyers. Hone these offers in. We've got videos now on our site where we talk about offers. Matter of fact, on these videos, I give you my best FSBO seller and buyer offers. So they're there for you guys. So my suggestion is go find that stuff. And if you can't, give Willie an email. He'll send you the video. But take my offers, change whatever you want to change, and then get it inside of you so that it becomes a great offer. And as you are speaking that offer to somebody, whether it's on a postcard, and guys, believe it or not, if your offer sucks, it's going to suck when they read it.
Yep.
If your offer's good, it's natural, it makes dollars and cents. When they read it, it's going to seem that way to them. And that's the difference between a successful real estate agent and somebody just practicing trying to be an agent. So hone in your offers. I don't want to see good offers, guys. Get your offers to be great and become a natural part of your DNA as you are speaking them out. So that's it. That's it, Willie. That's my big thing right there is offers.
It actually made me think about when I used to train for baseball. I I was the all-star pitcher of the West for Oregon my senior year. I had the lowest ERA in the state. And I was trained by the head coach for Oregon State University when they won both of their World Series wins. And I had to stand in front of the mirror for at least an hour a day and all I had to do was practice my exact pitching movements. So I had to practice that in front of the mirror and look at myself and watch myself do that over and over and over again every single day for an hour. So think about things like that. There's nothing wrong with going through your rhythm and feeling comfortable with the things that you're going to say. And it really does make a difference. It really, really does. Relating just back to when I first started calling agents and fumbled, had no idea what I was going to say. I know what I do now. I know what I do works, and I know how to explain that to people now. So it's a real thing.
A big thing on that. I think that's a phenomenal analogy, William. I mean, I've got similar things from when I was in wrestling. We had to practice double leg takedowns and your shot in front of a mirror to make sure you were getting low enough to make sure that you had the right position. And one thing that I'll add to that, I mean, going through the repetitions is extremely important for you guys to be able to become comfortable in any aspect of your life or business and what you want to do. And to become an expert, ultimately, you have to continue to repeat that process, do that repetitive work, and go after it time and time again. But one thing that I would say on this, and I think that everybody's a little bit guilty of this, is when you're going through your repetitions, if you ever catch yourself going through the motions, stop what you're doing, take a little bit of time, and come back to it and hit it hard with focus. Because if you're going through the motions and you're not taking it seriously, you're not going to see improvement or growth. You need to make sure that as you're making these phone calls and you're going through these, there's a reason that every call in our system is recorded. If you guys ever run into a situation where, hey, you know, I made 120 calls, I kept getting this objection over and over again, bring it to our attention in one of our support hours. We will help you overcome those objections so that the next time you get on the phone and you start going through the repetitions, not going through the motion, going through the repetitions, you'll be able to overcome that objection and close that lead down. So make sure that you are doing the reps, but if you catch yourself just kind of going through the motion lackadaisically, stop what you're doing, take some deep breaths, get back into it with focus and passion. And that's what it's going to take for you guys to see success with that.
Bravo. I love it. Okay. So next we have creating a schedule and sticking to it.
And you guys, really quick on the screen, offers. If you guys do a Control F inside of the live training, here is Kelly's offers training that he did. It's from 1/6/22. Sorry to cut you off, Willie. I just want to show that to everybody.
And that one was so good. I'm gonna pay some money to watch that one again.
All right. So how important do you guys think a schedule is? A daily schedule. Okay. This is something that is extremely important. And I set calendar blocks for myself to remind myself to start different tools that I use and softwares. I set calendar times for myself so that I can do specific things during the day. Waking up, being able to get everything I need to do in the morning before I have to start work for everybody, you know, and start helping you guys. What are those things that you do for your daily routine that not only make you better at what you do, but make you feel better?
I try to get my marketing done, guys, between 8 and 10 o'clock in the morning. That's it. With the automations that I do, with the marketing that I do, I get most of my stuff done between 8 and 10. And then from 10 on, I'm doing everything from returning calls, scheduling appointments with agents, creating my own video and other types of pieces to my business for my coaching and training. Afternoons, I'm doing stuff with Brian and William. You know, we've got our business that we're running. We've got different things that we're trying to accomplish. So you've got to have a schedule. And you know what? All of us has failed miserably. So don't beat yourself up over the head. But I have found that if you can start at 8 o'clock in the morning and from 8 to 10, get all your market email returns, get your Facebook campaigns going, or at least check up on them, get your direct mail, your FSBOs, your expireds out. If you're geofarming neighborhoods, make sure those are running. And then after 10, start returning phone calls, maybe return some emails, and educate yourself. Going back to the second one, from that time frame, if your marketing's done between 8 and 10, then you can take that 10 o'clock hour on and carve out some time for education. I'm a big believer in education, and we're going to talk about that next. But your schedule is super, super important. And if you find yourself, literally, honestly, guys, when we're done with this, here's a question I want you to ask yourself. Do I really have a schedule? If you don't, can I just be real with you? You're not going to be successful. You're just not. You can't stumble yourself into success. You have to force yourself into success. You program yourself into success, and you plan yourself into success. So if you're sitting here listening to me live or recorded, or you're with our audience right now, if you truly don't have a set schedule, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You are not going to achieve the goals that you want. So get your schedule set, whatever that is. And above all else, you stick to that schedule. You don't vary from that schedule. Those are the people that crush it in any industry that they are in, whether it be real estate, marketing, car sales, whatever. They have that schedule, they stick to it, and they're off and running.
You guys, routines is an extremely important aspect of your business, and making sure that you stick to a routine is going to help you guys grow and see that success. A couple of things that you may want to block time out on a daily basis would be potentially going and blocking out time to go and view new listings that are available in your marketplace. Again, this kind of boils down to making sure that you guys know that local market and know your neighborhoods and areas when you have a potential buyer or seller that you're going to be working with. But I would absolutely block out time to go and view new listings. We know they're only going to be on the market for a couple of days, but it's really good to be able to showcase to your buyers, oh, hey, there's this one property I just saw today on 123 Main Street that looks like it would be absolutely perfect for you, right? I would also schedule a time to block out to call your new leads, block out other time for following up with your existing contacts. And you guys can do these through the most likely times for leads to answer, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning, 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoons, and then between 11 and 2 o'clock midday are great times for you to do block out for your calls. I would also block out time to do networking events and to work with other agents and lenders in your marketplace so that you can network to win more contracts and ultimately get more closings down. Block out times to meet with lenders, again, just to make sure that you know all the available programs that are out there on the marketplace. If they've got somebody that they're going to be handing off to an agent and you keep constant contact with that lender, you should be that agent that they're going to refer that new deal to. So give yourself the opportunity to win as many new deals from your lender and your sphere and your network as humanly possible. Make sure that you're also blocking out time to shoot videos and do marketing. Videos are extremely important, you guys. I would make sure that, again, you guys pick up that DJI Osmo 5. It's a motion stabilizer for your phone. Go ahead and pick one of those up. If you guys don't know what they are, I'll go ahead and pull one up on Amazon right now.
Right there.
Got it, Brian.
He's got it. I'm going to give you guys a link in the chat for this as well, because you guys should have something like this or similar. So in the chat, there is an Amazon link. I'll share my screen really fast. Kelly's showing you what it looks like. DJI Osmo, these things are freaking awesome. You can go up and down stairs, and it's all fluid motion. It doesn't look like the Blair Witch Project, and it keeps your videos good. The DJI Osmo 5 also has this extension tube on it here, and I think it goes out like 2 or 3 feet. This gives you the ability that you can take a photo or a video with your camera way back there, and you can have a much larger angle of view. If you're walking down a particular neighborhood that you want to sell homes in, shoot a video in that neighborhood. Talk about some homes that recently sold in that marketplace, how quickly they sold, how many offers they got, and talk about that local market health. If there's a new business that's coming into a neighborhood that you guys are working in, shoot videos about that new business, be the local reporter, and let buyers or sellers that are in that marketplace know what's coming to their current neighborhood and their location. So on that note, I would also recommend that you guys block out time to work your sphere of influence as well. I've got a lot of agents that we've worked with in the past. We have a lot of agents that we've worked with in the past and present that do events for their buyers or for their sellers. And these events, you guys, it's something as simple as throwing a party, getting everybody together. Even if you got masks and social distancing, I know that it's going to be up to everybody's comfort level of doing this, but a client appreciation party. I have so many agents that I've worked with that have done client appreciation parties, and just from doing so have won 5, 6 transactions because these folks that they've already sold homes to have friends that are now in the market looking for a home, and they haven't had an agent that they've chosen yet. So block out time to work your sphere, set your guys' selves up for client appreciation events, whether it's a party, whether it's, you're taking them to a local pizza restaurant and just feeding them some dinner. Make sure that it's kid friendly. They can bring their kids with them. But client appreciation events always drive new revenue and new clients to you. You will get referrals. So that's just what I wanted to add on to making sure that you create a schedule and stick to it. Make sure you block out specific times for specific things and do it. If we stay consistent with these, just like us, you guys, every Tuesday and every Thursday, we consistently have live trainings, and we consistently hear from our users and all of our friends that are in this platform, how much they enjoy these trainings and how well it's going for them and how much they're learning. You guys, we get better every single time we do one of these, and it tells us what we need to deliver to you guys based off of the response we're getting on the Zoom messages. So if you're creating block times for things, stick to it and just run with that schedule. It's going to help you guys blow up your real estate business, especially if you're doing money-making activities. So I'll leave you guys on that note for the schedule.
Not everybody is going to have the same schedule either. Not everybody's going to have the same routine, right? Just give a little example here. I read that Jeff Bezos doesn't have a meeting until 10 o'clock in the morning, and he spends most of his entire morning puttering around. And he does that because it makes him feel like he's able to have a good time in the morning before he has to go hit his day hard. And he feels like he's able to actually focus more when he goes and does his work. So not everybody's the same. Just one little thing I wanted to add. The next that we want to talk about is reading books from successful people. Another
I love this one.
Can I do something real quick that follows this?
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and go to 2000 books in YouTube. And there's a guy there that's read 1,500 books, and he covers them within 10, 15 minutes on a YouTube. And it's a sketch thing too. It's totally awesome. It's going to follow just exactly what you're saying here, right here. Just wanted to share. It is cool. Really cool.
So I have Audible because sometimes I don't have time to just physically during the day get into a book. I like to read at night, other things, but I have Audible. I literally go to bed at night listening to books, right? And I try to pick books that from time to time I'll do like a Game of Thrones book or a Harry Potter, but I like to read books from successful people. We don't need to, and I know Brian's got some things he wants to say. We need to, everybody realize you got to read books, right? I'm going to drop one on you right now. This book changed a lot in my thinking with regard to adapting in my real estate business. Because guys, our real estate businesses, even though we have to market ourselves, we have to learn, we have to adapt. What worked 5 years ago doesn't work today, right? So this book was called Who Moved My Cheese? And I'm telling you right now, go to Amazon. I think it's like, let me see, how much is it? It's $8. Either get it on Kindle or buy this book. This book will change your real estate life because it will prepare you to learn how to make adjustments when everything seems to be going to hell in a handbasket. But again, this is just one book. There's a lot of books that we probably collectively all agree is a must read. Brian, I know you've got a couple that you love. What are some must reads for you and William?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm actually going to take a marketing approach for it. You guys, I also just shared the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That is a great book. It's an absolute game changer. If you guys haven't read it, take some time and read that. But I'm actually going to talk a little bit about Russell Brunson. Has anybody on here ever heard of ClickFunnels?
Mhm.
ClickFunnels, they were founded, what, 6 years ago? They're worth like $400 million today. Wildly successful company. They've done extremely well. Russell Brunson has written several books. In these books, he merely wrote them to give himself more credibility to folks like us that are wanting to try out his product. He wrote these books so that he can be the marketing guru and the marketing expert. But you guys, the things that he shares in these books is evergreen ways to grow your business. So even though we're going to have platforms that are going to change, like Facebook's going to continuously change on us, YouTube is going to change on us, TikTok is going to change on us, LinkedIn is going to change on us. The methods and strategies that are shown and shared from Russell Brunson in these books are evergreen strategies that would have worked in 1985. They would have worked in 1995. They would have worked in 2005, 2015. Guess what? They're going to work in 2025, 2035, 2045. It's going to keep going. So .com secrets, traffic secrets, and expert secrets are the 3 books that he offers out there. And they are really, really good books for you guys to learn how to become that marketing expert. We've taken quite a few things from those books. We were doing them before we even read them, you guys. I learned a lot of this same stuff while I was working for Zillow that is being pushed out by Russell Brunson. But a couple really big points that are in there that he really hits home is that you have to be the hero in your market. You have to play a hero and be that attractive person. And that doesn't mean your appearance. That has nothing to do with how you actually look, but it's presenting yourself as the expert in your field and making sure that you're putting out as much info as you can for individuals that are looking to work with someone like you so that they can choose to work with you. So .com secrets, expert secrets, and traffic secrets, 3 very, very good books from a marketing guru.
And below, if you guys could just write in your favorite book for me. I'd like to see what everybody's favorite book is.
William, this is my favorite book. Can you see the guy that wrote that?
Love it, Kelly. Love it. Ninja Strategies for Selling Your Home Fast. All right.
That's a book that you gotta read. You gotta read it.
And moving on to our next subject is avoiding shiny object syndrome.
Oh, yes.
Yes, avoiding.
I heard
shiny-
a collective sigh of, oh my God.
The conversion code, good one, Jim.
So what are shiny objects? William, what's a shiny object?
Why Lopo?
Why Lopo? When
Most of the agents on here have EXP agents. You all have KV Core. Why Lopo's system can't do anything different from your guys' KV Core. That would be a shiny object where you'd be wasting money.
Yeah. It cracks me up when I see these agents that pay $1,500 minimum each month just to have the basic YLOPO platform, which
Vulcan 3.
yeah, which gives them the IDX catalog and dynamic ad, which is exactly what we can build for free with you guys having your KV Core. It's literally the exact thing. It's a dynamic catalog that updates constantly and has retargeting.
If you have 17 different marketing softwares, if you have 8 different video producing platforms, if you've got 12 different text marketing platforms, if you have 15 calendars, and you are subscribed to 635 real estate YouTube channels, you, my friend, are a shiny object syndrome hustler.
And you're eating up your budget.
Your budget. So here, listen, all I want to say, and then we'll move on, because we got to finish this. It's almost 4. If you have shiny object syndrome, here's how you know it. You got too much stuff. So here's how you solve it. Go in, and I'm putting myself in danger because some of you guys follow me, and some of the stuff that you use of mine could be a shiny object syndrome to you because you're not using it. Find out what is not working. Find out what you've had for years and you've not even picked it up. Now, I'm not saying get rid of what you've got right now in the last, but if you've got something you're paying a monthly fee on and you haven't even picked it up in 6 months, get the freak rid of it. It's not helping you. And that money can be redirected into getting some Facebook leads or getting more postcards out, right? Or whatever it is that you want to do. But go and look at what you're spending right now. And if you haven't picked it up in 6 months to a year, it needs to go away.
Yes.
Willie is a big stickler on this, and I'm going to let him take this point.
Yes.
This is what leads to ROI is all about. I am that person that said, you know what, screw it. I used it once in the last 6 months, so I'm going to continue paying $500 a month for it, right? We looked at our budget and all the stupid marketing tools that we were using, everything that we had going on. We said, you know what, we need this all in one place. That's where leads to ROI came in. William is a stickler on this, though. I'm like, dude, I used this one time in the last 6 months. I need to keep it because I'm going to use it again. He's like, bro, that's costing us $500 a month. We got to get rid of it.
I say the last time we went through our subscriptions and canceled all of them, I saved us $2,700 a month.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I'd like to give another prime example. Yesterday, we were on a meeting with Jim, and we're asking for Jim's help because we have a promo account where we have over 58 free clips.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually wanted to have everybody choose one clip today from promo that is real estate related so that we can pull all of those clips and you guys can all have free videos. Okay. So
we're going to create a Google Drive where you guys can pull these videos from anytime you want them for marketing. But you guys, I'm going to show you really fast. I've got 50 something videos on here that we just need to get rid of. Okay, so promo.com, you guys go to promo, go and look up, go and look up any of their videos that they have. You find a video that you want, go ahead and email it to us and we will get you guys set up on it. Let me actually go ahead and log into this. For some reason, I've got like 7 different Chrome browsers now because it keeps logging me in with all my different email addresses. And so sometimes it lets me in, sometimes it doesn't. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna log in here so that this should get us in.
please help us with our shiny object syndrome.
By the way, if you log into a system that you're paying for and you don't even know your password, probably means you need to get rid of it.
We have 58 premium clips on here. So you guys, I don't care about the free videos. You guys can download as many free videos as you want, but the premium clips, you guys feel free to go in here. You can search for things like real estate in the clips, and the premium clips are going to show up just like this with the king on it. You see the king's crown. If you guys find a video that you want, send it to us and we will go ahead and download the video. Here's an example. So we will actually download it without music, and we're going to download it without any of these cards on it so that we can make generic videos for these, or you guys can go and modify and edit them for yourself. But this is very much a shiny object that we need to get rid of. We have 58 videos. We get 3 of those every single month added to the account, and we haven't done anything with it. We just pay $50 a month for it. So stay away from the shiny object syndrome, and everybody please help us with our shiny object syndrome. If you guys find a video on promo that is a premium video, send it to us. We will download it. We will add it to a Google Drive and give everybody access so you guys can all use these videos in your marketing. So please help us.
And one more thing, on the shiny object, unsubscribe on things that keep coming to your email, because they come in. You don't need it, unsubscribe so they can stop, because
Yes.
I'm guilty on that.
I don't
Also super guilty
I
of
don't
that.
send Brian emails anymore.
Yep.
Too.
Yep.
Okay, our next one is stick to what is working.
That's simple. We don't need to even talk about that. Guys, if
Yeah.
you hone in on something and it's working for you, stick to it. Just do it.
I feel
Never take no for an answer, right? Real estate agents, you got to get a backbone. If you're trying to get a FSBO to list with you and they say no, a lot of us, we take no. and we just go away. Don't ever take no for an answer, because the yes is the last time that they said no and you didn't ask why. That yes was coming and you gave up. So never, ever, ever take no for an answer. And William, that goes to the bottom three. Learn how to solve any problem. You have got to become like Mr. Spock on Star Trek. You got to know everything. And somebody, I think Jim had mentioned it earlier. There's this little thing called YouTube. And guys, I tell agents this all the time. Agents come in, Kelly, can you please help me with KV Core? Oh my God, I just don't know how to blah, 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 blah. And I find out what it is they want. And maybe it's how to set up a drip email campaign. I used to like stop what I'm doing and do a Zoom with them. I don't do that anymore. You know what I do? I say, great. Are you wanting to learn how to do that? All right, great. Here's how you're going to solve this problem, Mr. Real Estate Agent, Mrs. Real Estate Agent, and never bother me again. You're going to go to YouTube and you're going to keyword search the thing you're trying to figure out how to do. And there's going to be 500 videos that will pop up. Go and find the one that you think speaks to you, watch it 10 times, and you'll never have to ask anybody else again how to solve that problem. Guys, YouTube has been kind of my university, if you will. I've learned marketing at a basic level, the coding issues. Brian, we laugh all the time about the fact that I hate Excel sheets, but sometimes I've gone to YouTube to try to figure out how to do something with an Excel sheet, because I found out if I wait on Brian, William, Angela, Siru, 520468, Steve, Nadia, Colin, Sue, Deborah, Marlene, if I wait on you guys to tell me how to do something, I'm going broke. So I'm going to, and I don't mean that as a slam on y'all, I'm just saying we've got to learn how to solve any problem. And if you can do that, you're going to dominate, because you're never, ever, ever going to get caught saying, I didn't get that listing because I couldn't figure it out. So learn how to figure it out on your own without having to bug 50 people to do it. And guys, I'm telling you, YouTube, that's going to be your university. Trust me on that. Trust the ninja on that.
Guys, I have to go. I've got a meeting. They're waiting for me. Thank you for having me on today's training. It was awesome. And you guys continue to finish it up.
Nice work, Willie. Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you, William.
Hey guys, I also, on that note for Excel, I just shared, I found this account while I was scrolling through Instagram, and it's somebody that's an executive at Microsoft Excel, and her handle on Instagram is Miss Excel. And the amount of cheats and hacks that you can learn from this person. I went and watched a video and I went, holy crap, that's something that takes me 30 minutes to do. And she just did it in 2 seconds because of these macros. And so great place to learn how to make Excel simple is Miss Excel. What's next on our list, Kelly?
All right, we're almost done, guys. We've reached the epitome of what it takes to crush it in our industry. 2 things. Keep family as most important and stop all excuses. So family time. When we get into real estate, and Brian, you and I are guilty of this because we love marketing. We love to get in there and just figure this stuff out. And
we've had a lot of late nights together.
Right, oh my God, we're working on some stuff right now that's crazy. But you know what, Brian? We've got to come to the point where we just stop. And one of the things I love about the real estate business, guys, is that I've learned now that I have got income coming in that's not necessarily related to my closings and the buyers I get in the contract. So I've got an income stream coming in. One of the things that it's done is it's freed me up. You know, a wise person once said, money answereth all things. I am not rich. I'm not there yet, but I'm a lot more comfortable today than I was 5 years ago. And what that has done is freed me up to make family time a little bit more important. So I can go, like tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'm doing my granddaughter is invited me to come over and do donut and daddy day with her at her school. Last Friday, I was invited by my granddaughter to go to her daughter church dance thing, right? Freaked me out, man. We were doing like Lady Gaga at church. Anyway, so it frees me up to be able to do these things, but your family is more important than that closing, right? And sometimes as real estate agents, we get bogged down and we start getting busy. We got to go to this function, that function, go over here and do this, go here to this thing. I wish somebody had told me 5 years ago, and one of you said the same thing on the chat. I wish somebody would have told me this a couple of years ago. I wish somebody would have told me 5 years ago that, you know, real estate's not all important and that it'll be fine. It'll work its way out, that you've got to keep your family, but keep your family is most important. And last, Brian, stop the dadgum excuses. I'll never do it. I can't figure this out. Brian, how many times have we heard agents that literally were on the cusp of crushing it give up because the excuse was, I don't like that lead, or I can't keep spending $100 a month to get buyer leads. It's breaking the. How many times we heard these excuses? Oh, I can't figure out how to do this thing with the CRM or this thing, and I'm not right. The excuses.
It's a never-ending
kill.
sea of excuses, and the excuses
Yes.
literally stop you dead in your tracks.
Yep.
And it stops you from seeing any growth, not only in your business but personally, in your mentality. It trickles all the way down into everything that you do, and it's going to affect your family too. So get rid of the excuses. I actually have a pretty good analogy for this. I mean, when I first started in the banking industry, I started in 2008 in the banking industry, guys. I don't know if anybody remembers what happened in 2008, but my grandfather used to be president of a stock brokerage firm. He launched a brokerage firm in La Jolla in 1962. He sold it in 1982. And I looked up big time to my grandfather. And when I decided that, you know what, I want to get into banking and finance, I was leaving the car dealership and I was going to go look for a job. My grandfather told me, you're never going to find a job in the banking industry right now because of the market crash that just happened. Washington Mutual just laid off 40,000 employees in my state. And there were going to be a ton of bankers that were going to step in and take these roles. And there was too much competition and experience for me to go and get it. I looked at that as, well, that's the biggest bullshit excuse that I'm ever going to see. And I believe in myself more than anything. And I'm going to go and interview, and I'm going to rock the socks out of whoever I meet with. And I'm going to go get that damn job. And I did. I got hired after my first interview with Wells Fargo as a personal banker. And my first couple of months at Wells Fargo, I had this attitude that if I didn't know how to do it, I would figure it out. Right. And after I'd been there for about 6 months and I'd kind of gone through the motions with things, I caught myself in a position where I was going through the motions. And where I caught myself was our service manager said, hey, Brian, I need you to transfer this particular client's IRA over to this 401k account. And I said, I don't know how to do that. And she looked at me and she said, this isn't like you. What do you mean? And I said, well, I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. And she said, what happened to the attitude where I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out and I'm going to find a solution. Right. So I caught myself going through the motions and made an excuse for myself. And that particular client, that account, I ended up making about $10,000 in commission because we brought a ton of funds from other banks over to Wells Fargo. And we then put those money in investment accounts and brokerage funds and things along those lines. So any excuse that you're going to have is just a BS reason to stop yourself from doing something. You guys keep the attitude of, I'm always going to be able to find a solution to whatever problem is in front of me. And you guys are going to just go out there and absolutely crush it. If you catch yourself going through the motions, slap yourself, do whatever you got to do, get yourself back in the position to where you can be focused and be dedicated to going and winning.
I like it. Well, that is a rundown, guys, of really a masterclass on what it takes for us to win in this business. And the thing I love about it, Brian, is you don't have to be a Harvard educated MIT grad to make money in this business. You just have to have determination. You have to have the right pathway, and you have to have the attitude that I am not going to give up. I'm going to figure this thing out. And then when I come on the other side of this, I'm going to be that much better. That is simply it, guys. That's what it takes to win in this game. And along the way, gaining knowledge makes you dangerous, and it also puts cash flow into your pocket. So that's kind of where I've taken my career in the last 8 to 10 years. And it's worked for me, and it's worked for those that have coached me and taught me that it's not always the smartest person that wins the game. It's the consistent one who takes no for an answer.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
Well, you guys, that will wrap it up for us for today. Kelly, thank you for putting that together for us. I know that was you and William on a joint effort presenting that, and I kind of threw in my 2 cents here and there. I love that presentation today. Awesome work. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, you know where to find us. And we are looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow in our, oh, thanks you, Angela. This was definitely off the chain. Kelly killed it. So did William. We are going to be looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for our support hour. William runs that at 11 a.m. on Fridays. So if you guys have any questions on the platform, if you guys have any calls that you've been recording that you want us to go ahead and listen in on, go ahead and drop us a message in the chat before you join. Just respond to the text message you guys get letting you know about the support hour. And if we get any text messages about folks that want to have us listening on their recordings and give them pointers, I'll jump in and I'll give you a hand overcoming objections and helping you guys steer those conversations in the right direction. We look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow on support hour. And thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Good job. Nice job.
Oh.